Well, that's going to be more than 80 feet of it.
It's 109 feet.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me just confirm it. So, all right, let me. So, you're probably definitely going to need a permit for that.
Well, I got a permit. Morning, Bones. Morning, driver. Here we are. This is it. This is the one we've been waiting for. Not waiting for, but this is the one we've been anticipating. Week number 8 of Los Lunas, and our last one for a while. Let's get this truck going. The truck's parked over here because I did a full service on the pickup yesterday. Oil change, full service, fuel filters changed. I even added washer fluid to it for Amy because she was complaining about it, and fixed the squirters. Boy, dash cam, get some wiring done and that. Still haven't got the strobe lights done, but someday. This truck is in pretty good shape. I couldn't find anything that I needed to do to it other than put a gallon of oil in it. No repairs, thank goodness. So another 109-foot long load, like I said, number 8, the last one for a while, a few weeks at least. And then, I don't know that I've mentioned it before, they're supposed to have a second building, and there's going to be another 8 weeks of 109-foot loads to Los Lunas. That's going to start around the middle of September is the plan right now. So we've got a few week break where we're going to put the truck in the shop, get some repairs done, and then get ready to rock and roll again. Let's get over to the plant and load. Amy's gonna come pick me up, and we're gonna pack the truck and leave first thing in the morning. Let's get to work. My name is Jupiter. I drive a truck. I own the truck I drive, and that's why I called my company Jupiter Trucking. Join me, and I'll take you along on some of the different things I end up doing to make a buck with a truck. Hey, look, it's Jerry. What's happening, Jerry?
Hey, Jupiter, how's it going?
Right on, well, good to see you.
You too.
All right, the first thing we're gonna do is stretch this trailer out to 78 feet. And pull that pin. This guy's got to go. You can't just sit here and do nothing all day, man. You got to do something. If you're going to be on the trailer, you got to work, okay? At least get out of the way. Stay. Oh, look at this. His truck got bent. What? I never saw this before. The whole bed of the truck got bent out. I wonder how that happened. Odd. That's very odd. All right, Bones. I'll cut you some slack. I didn't realize you'd been through so much trauma. And open it up. Curious how close I got. Last week I adjusted it perfectly and the pins went right in. Oh man, looks like I'm about a ½ an inch off. Yeah, not so good this time. I need to back up about an inch, ½ an inch to an inch. Well, that got it. I just crawled under the trailer to get a better look at that cross member from last week. You couldn't really see it with the trailer closed up, but now that it's stretched out, it is bowed, maybe that much, bowed down. So we are definitely going to be doing something different this week, different dunnage, and put it in a different spot. Yeah, I'm gonna tie down inside the gate this time. There's somebody parked out there where I normally park. And maybe by the time I'm done doing this, they'll be gone. Still really confused about Mr. Bones' dump truck here. It's really odd. Back here, what we opted to do was to go without putting a sticker in here. There's no sticker. We grabbed one of those big heavy oak 4x4s and put it down here, and it still bowed it. It bowed it a lot. I didn't like it at all. So we decided to just try it without. Get the weight spread out a lot more. You can see, this is where it was bowed last week. You can kind of see it. It is what it is. But we're gonna try not to do any more damage than possible. All right, let me get this tied down and get out of here. All done. Lights are on and signs are on and chains are on. Right next to me, parked right next to me here is Daniel. He's not going to Los Lunas this week. In fact, there's only 3 loads going this week, 2 besides me, and I'm not sure who they are. So it's gonna be a small crew this week. That's all right, we're gonna leave in the morning. Amy's on her way to come get me. See you guys tomorrow. Morning. Morning. What do you got for me there? Who's this? Look at this wild animal in here.
Gary!
You ready to go trucking, bud? He's been kind of whiny this morning. He doesn't want to leave. He didn't want to leave the house. It's all right, Gary. Suck it up, bud. I didn't want to either. How you looking this morning, Bones? How you feeling? You seem a little more excited to go than Gary. Actually, now that Gary's in the truck, he is just bouncing off the walls. He's full of energy. Slow down. I'm turning into a crotchety old man. Lights are working. Other lights are working. These lights are working. Morning, hon.
Hey, hot stuff. Let's get going.
You ready to go? You gonna say what you say?
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Time to hit the road.
Time
We got
for some coffee.
We got miles to go. You got your coffee. 30 years of being married to Mr. Right. That's what that says right there. All right, let's go. Yeah, somebody is full of it, huh? Amy's on the trip. Time for a smile break. I'll get out and stretch my legs. Can you see that bright, shiny light off in the distance? We are north of Tonopah again at this rest area, and I've been asked several times over the years if I know what that is, and I do know what that is. It was built not that long ago, 10 years ago maybe. It is the only one of its kind in the world molten salt solar field. It has a 650-foot tall tower, and it has a field of nearly 11,000 mirrors on the ground that all focus sunlight up to the top of that tower. Inside that tower are tubes of molten salt that are heated by the sun, and they then go down into storage tanks underground that act as a thermal battery so that they can actually use the heat from the molten salt and the sun after the sun goes down. It didn't really work though. It's a 110 megawatt plant, but it didn't really work. The molten salt tanks, there were some problems with the engineering with that, and the last I heard, the place is bankrupt actually. Whether it's operational or not, I don't know. All those mirrors actually move with the sun, so they maintain the best, I don't know, reflection, I guess you could say, up at the tower. And yeah, it's what it is. It's a solar field that heats molten salt, which then heats water, which then creates steam, which generates electricity. And it's bankrupt. There you go. Here's my ride.
Get out.
Stop and let me out.
Let's go.
Back to work. We're making good time today. I'm sitting out here watching all these different cars drive by, and I do tend to look at license plates a lot and see where people are coming from. And that reminds me, I am way behind in doing a license plate update. I have a handful of plates. We're gonna add a few more plates to the board. Let's do that right now. Right now. It's been a minute since I've done this, so I apologize for that. And for those of you that haven't seen this before, I built this board and put all these license plates on here that you guys were kind enough to send me over the last year or so. I actually built 3 boards. There's one more behind here we haven't started yet. They're leaning against my shed. It's unique, it's one of a kind, and it's incredibly special. These are gifts that you guys have sent me, and I really like this board. I've been fortunate enough over the last year or so that you guys have sent me enough plates that I needed to start putting them on a second board. We started it a couple months ago. I've got several more plates to put on it. And without further ado, let's get it done. The first one I want to share is not actually a license plate, but it's called a QSL card. I'm not entirely clear on what it is and how it works. It is, I guess, an identifier for radio enthusiasts. And Rex from Ohio sent me this one. This is cardboard paper, so I'm not going to put it on the board, but I'm going to hang it up in my office. I do have another friend who's real into ham radio, and he told me a little bit about it, explained a little bit about it to me, and they're pretty collectible, and operators hand them out to, or mail them out to other operators that they deal with, that they talk to. I'm not real familiar on the whole radio business, but I wanted to say thank you, Rex. I really appreciate this, and I'm going to set it up in my office next to some other things that I have hanging up there. So this is cool. Thank you. Next, we have the first motorcycle license plate for this board. This is from David in Santa Barbara, California. He wanted me to have this plate because there are 2 connections to some of the videos that I've done. He was on a motorcycle trip, and one of the favorite parts that he had of his entire trip was across US 50 in Nevada. Highway 50 held a special connection to him, so he wanted me to have it for that. The other connection and reason David wanted me to have this plate was he used to be on an A3 Sky Warrior squadron in Spain back in the 80s, he said. And I did a video last year where I delivered up to Whidbey Island in Washington. And David used to be stationed up at Whidbey Island. And I was parked next to an A3 Sky Warrior memorial. So that was pretty cool and a pretty neat connection. And so he wanted me to have this plate for those 2 reasons. And it's been fun visiting with you, David. I appreciate the plate. I'm going to set it on the board here in just a minute. The next plate we're going to put on this board is from Gary in Florida. This is a plate that came off of his utility trailer. He sent it to me actually a couple months ago, and I apologize for the delay in getting it on this board, but it'll be the first Florida plate on this board, so that's pretty cool. Thank you for thinking of me. It's going to be a great addition to the board. The next plate we have is from Tyler. Tyler is my daughter's boyfriend. Tyler and Allie are moving to Ohio, in southern Ohio, right on the Tennessee border, here in just the next few weeks. So it's going to be kind of a bittersweet thing to put on the board here. We're going to miss you guys, and I guarantee that we're going to be making more trips to Tennessee and Ohio in the very near future. Amy guarantees it. So more trucking. That's cool, though. Thank you for this, Tyler. when he registered his truck in Nevada, he gave me this plate and then gave it to me to put on the board. So thanks, Tyler. We'll see you soon. Last but not least, we have a 1960 Ohio license plate. Solid steel, not aluminum, stamped, rusted, dented, just like me. This is a beautiful plate. These are the kind of these plates are the reason I started collecting license plates. I just really dig this look. And John and I emailed quite a few times back and forth. John's an old truck driver himself. I really do appreciate this, John. Thank you so much. I am looking forward to putting it on the board. It's going to be perfect for this. Perfect for the whole reason we started doing this. So thank you, John. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, David. And thank you, Rex. Let's put them on the board. There they are. This board is starting to take shape. I want to say, most importantly, thank you, guys. These license plate boards are a prized possession of mine, and I'm really looking forward to filling them up. If you'd like to send me a plate, I've put my address, my mailing address is down below in the description of the video. And thank you guys for all of this. Very cool, one of a kind, unique collector's edition. Every one of these plates has your name on the back of it too, and a brief description of where it came from if you've given that to me. So this is gonna last forever. This is an heirloom to pass along to the kids. Thanks, guys. I've lost my pilot card to the gas pump. She's got to stop and fill up. I don't need to do anything. We stopped about, I don't know, a little bit ago. I made sure all the loads, all the chains were tight and all the load was looking good. So it's 109 outside. I'm parked far enough off the road, but I don't want to mess with it. I want to see what this cat is doing. I haven't seen him in hours. Hey, cat, where are you? Oh, here he is. What's up, cat? Somebody needs their belly rubbed. She's back. We're rolling. Man, I went back there to mess with the cat, laid down on the bunk and fell asleep. Jeez. A nice little 5-minute power nap there. Must be a little more tired than I realized. That's all water. Man, this place must have gotten pounded since the last time I came through here. That's a lot of water out there. This is Needles. Hi, Needles. But it's too hot. I saw a lizard on the shoulder wanting to hitch a ride out of here.
Should park and wait for something to measure below.
Okay.
Gonna park and they're gonna come out and measure it.
Paul, which part is it you're looking to measure?
The length of the whole load.
The truck or the load or the?
Just the load.
Okay.
If it's under, well, that's going to be more than 80 feet, I can tell you that.
It's 109 feet.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me just confirm it. So you can just hold it right here. I'll walk it.
Okay.
I think you're right.
Yeah, they're pretty exact about them. It's hot out here. Holy crap.
Yeah. Let me just get you over here.
All right.
Do you know how long your trailer is?
This trailer's at 78 feet right now. So you should have 28, 29 feet overhang, something like that.
And 27 and a half.
27 and a half.
All right, let me say, probably definitely gonna need a permit for that.
Well, I got a permit. Huh? He goes, you're definitely gonna need a permit for that. Well, the guy still has my permit, but Amy has a copy and everything's correct. My rear overhang is probably 6 inches longer than what that says, but I don't.
We've always gone with 27 now.
I didn't sign it. I don't know, we'll see.
The guy in the booth, he just wanted to confirm the measurements on there. So.
Okay.
But you're good.
All right, appreciate it. Okay. Good job, Amy. High five. We did it. We're good. I guess the guy, I don't know. Whatever. Back on the road. We're good, but that's hot. It is hot outside. So that whole interaction there at the port of entry was weird. The guy in the booth, who is not an officer, he's just like an employee of the DOT or however that works. He was reading the wrong parts of the permit. Amy and I have kind of discussed it. So the trailer's being almost 80 feet or 78 feet. And when the officer came out, he's like, well, this load's longer than 80 feet. And I said, yeah, it's 109. So we measured a few things and went back, and when he came back, so what I think happened is the guy in the booth told the officer I was supposed to be 80 feet, and he thinks it's longer than 80 feet. Now, part of the reason why I think he was so confused is because when Amy went through there and she had to show her certification and her driver's license, he looked at her driver's license and he's like, hey, this expired in 1972. She's like, what? That's my birthday. And he's like, oh, never mind. So something makes me think this guy was reading wrong numbers all over the place. And I don't know, we're all good. We're, not in any trouble for anything. We did everything right, but weird. It's just weird. And also kind of weird that the officer came out to measure me with an 100-foot tape. And then I love it when they ask you, here, hold this end. Sure, buddy. I'll hold that end for you. If you think I'm 6 inches too long, no, watch my arm grow about 6 inches. We've had to do that before, but long time ago, not on this trip. We made it to the fuel island, which means we are almost done for the day. Looking at the load, setting it on here without a sticker, I think makes a lot more sense. The weight is so much better distributed. Mr. Bones got me out of a ticket again. Hey, thanks, buddy. My parking spot is available. Amy ran over there with the pickup to go save it for me. Well, look who decided to wake up today. How you doing, bud? You ready to go get our parking spot? Ready to go to the hotel room? High five. Give me a high five. Yeah, still teaching him. All right, Gary, it's time to go. You've been tearing up my seats, bud. We're gonna get some seat covers for you, okay? It's time to go. We're done. Amy, how many more hours do you want to work today?
0.
0?
Let's go.
That's all you ever say is
I need a t-shirt that says, let's go.
let's go. Hey, that's a good idea for a t-shirt. Let's go. I think the other guys are getting here right now. I kind of hear them on the CB every once in a while.
They're in the fuel station.
I'm gonna pull over to the fuel island and go say hi to them. Apparently they didn't have any issues like we had at the port of entry.
I'm sure the guy got schooled.
I was gonna say, hope that guy got a little chatting to for wasting everybody's time. All right, that's it, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Morning. Glad you could make it. Everybody left. And it's not that everybody left, it's that we're running kind of late. We're actually about an hour later than last week. That's what we want. Yeah, there's only 2 other trucks, Johnny and Paul, and they left about, I don't know, half an hour ago. We just drug our, last trip laziness, I guess, kind of drug our feet. All right, let's get everything set up. And somebody is full of it. He has been a stinker all morning. Well, let's see how things look around here this morning. Honestly, they look pretty okay. I can see my strobe light is flashing. I know the tires are okay. Gotta check on this guy. What's up, bud? Come on now. See how long that lasts. I think we're ready to hit the road. You ready to hit the road? You ready? He's getting big. He's getting into his adolescent years where he's just being a turd about everything. Let go. Yeah. Let go. It's time for a smile break, folks. We'll be right back. You just hold tight, okay? Hey, if you need to take a smile break, go underneath the bed over there. You got your own little setup. I know. You're a good boy. We're closing in on New Mexico. We're about 45 miles out. We have a different pilot car today, a guy named Ed. I've not met Ed before, and I don't think he's been on these runs, but that's fine. He and I have spoken on the phone. Now, I made sure to double check with Ed that he was inspected for New Mexico and had all the paperwork, the map that they're asking everyone to carry, and he gave me a thumbs up. He said, yep, I've got everything. I'm from New Mexico. We got it. Then I just heard from the group that's ahead of us, and they're about 45 minutes ahead of us, so they're about there now. There's only 3 trucks today. One of the other 2 pilot cars is not certified for New Mexico. Why does this keep happening? They're hiring, I'm using a broker to get all these pilot cars for New Mexico. Not Amy, obviously, but when I need a pilot car, I'm using a broker. And he is using another broker to get the New Mexico guys, and somebody is dropping the ball. It is uncalled for, in my opinion, for these guys to be sending New Mexico pilots that aren't certified or don't have their shit together. I'm just gonna say it. So since we're so far behind, 40, 45 minutes, they may steal Ed from us while the other guy goes and gets his certification and comes back to meet us. We'll see how it goes, but my God, man, this is the 8th trip. Get it together. We may do something different on the next run. I don't know. We'll see. They're gonna be in front.
They stopped there.
Yeah, that's the two of them right there at the rest area. And just like that, we are in the lead. Wow. The most we can figure is that the guy is still getting his his inspection done for New Mexico. They were like 45 minutes ahead of us. I don't understand. We'll find out. It's our turn to prove to them that we still belong here. Maybe we'll meet Ed. Get this taken care of for the last time.
Thank you.
Hey, we're legit.
See?
I don't know. All right, hey Ed, I'm Jupiter. Nice to meet you. This is Amy.
Yeah, we've always brought oversized two here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But they've never asked for maps till the last 3 years.
Yeah, it's only been the last couple trips. We're in. We made it to New Mexico. The last inspection of the trip. I told the inspector guy, I said, oh, there's a couple more long loads behind me. They'll be here soon. He's like, nope, sorry, we only allow one a day. I said, oh, cool, you better go put the closed sign up then. We just chuckled at that. Don't really know what's going on. We haven't figured out yet why everybody's still back there, but we are on the road and green light. Glad to see that. Well, I'll give you a quick update on the rolling shit show. As of right now, Paul back there, both Paul and Johnny were sitting at the rest area, and the pilot car who's struggling to get his paperwork done right, registration and insurance, he's not able to get it going yet. So Paul is able, they just left Johnny there. I'll just put it that way. They left Johnny there, and right now it looks like Ed, who was with me, once he gets me delivered, dropped off, he is probably going to have to go back to the state line and get Johnny and escort Johnny in. That's another 2.5 hours back. I'm an hour and a half from being dropped off, then he'll turn around 2.5 hours back, pick up Johnny, and then 2.5 hours in. Wow.
We could even possibly get him there tonight.
Yeah, then we're running against daylight. Wow. I'll keep you posted. Looks like we got one on the left here.
An 18 coming out. We're going to want to let him out anyway. He's coming out of the Maverick.
Okay, copy that. I gotta get this car out of the way so I can make a right-hand turn. Let's go, people. I do need that red truck out of the way if you can wave him through.
There you go. So, yeah, we got it. Hold on one sec. You can start backing up. We're clear, Jeep.
Okay, copy that. I'm in. I made it. Okay, Paul is about 15 miles out. We are going to hang out, and then we're going to help those pilot cars get Paul backed in here. We're going to give Paul a ride over to the hotel. Ed, my lead pilot car, has left. He has to go all the way back to Gallup to the New Mexico-Arizona state line and pick up Johnny, who is sitting there waiting. They have to hustle to get Johnny here before dark. What a mess. So a few more minutes here, and I'm gonna get the drone out. Why not? We'll watch Paul come in. We'll fly around a little bit, and then we'll call it a night. We are here, we are done. Paul is parked. Gary was sitting on the front seat for me, and I just unzipped the bag and just kind of held it in the air. Said, "Come on, dude," and he jumped right in. He's ready. He likes to go bounce around the hotel rooms. So we'll be out of here in the morning. Johnny should be here tonight. Everyone should be here bright and shiny. Get this unloaded. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Morning. Here we are, getting things fired up and lubed up and warmed up. You guys should be here in about 20 minutes to come get us. We'll make our final voyage. One thing that I've always done when I get here is I pull off some chains and pull off my signs and flags and kind of get a few things done, so when I get to the job I have less to do and the guys aren't waiting on me as long. But after last week, when I almost hit that car, and the complete shit show that could have been if the cops had showed up and all of that, I'm leaving everything on. I'm gonna leave everything on until I'm actually in the job site. And so we're just gonna stand around and shoot the shit until the guy shows up. Okay, he's here. I've been pulling goat heads. Man, I hate goat heads. I should have done this a month ago. I'm gonna go second. Johnny's gonna go last. Wait a second. Now let's go get all our stuff off. This should actually work out pretty good. My turn. So Paul was just telling me, and I had forgotten, this last load, we don't have to back into the building. We just pull straight up, they unload us outside, and we can almost do a turn circle and come back out. This is gonna be quick. Give me that. We did it. We are empty. Let's shorten this thing up, and then we're gonna load the pickup. That's it. We're done. We did it, Bones. Congratulations. I'm pretty proud of the guy. He made it 8 trips to New Mexico. I think I left him home one time, but he held up very well. I got everything on the trailer wrapped up and put away, and Amy's waiting for me. So let's exit this place, put the pickup on the trailer, and get ready for phase 2 of this journey, the homeward part. Goodbye. There she is right there. Pretty good timing. Mr. Bones, I'd like to ask that you remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. It's going to be a bumpy ride. We're ready for liftoff. I got some new tie downs for the truck. I like chain, and I like that I can twist it in any fashion, and kind of fancy with some protectors for the fancy shiny parts. It's just a strap. I like the chain ratchet straps though. Ratchet chain ratchet binders, ratchets. I like the chain ratchets. My brain's broken. I'm gonna go home. Let's go. Let's see if I can get in here. Look at that. He's sitting in his truck. I'm like, hey man. He's like, yeah, I know. And then he moved. Better late than never. I don't know, part of my philosophy is if you don't tell somebody they're stupid, they'll never know they're stupid and they'll never change. Whether it works or not, I don't know. I kind of live by it. Well, we made it. Would you look at this? We made it to the Snowcap Diner. They close at 6. It's 4:45, but they're not open. I really didn't think we'd ever get to do this, and we finally made it on time, and they're not open. Pretty cool old place. Well, we tried. There was a pretty big thunderstorm that rolled through earlier today. You can see everything's wet. Maybe they just decided to close. Okay, moving on. We did it. We made it. We just don't get to eat here. Amy's not in the truck waiting for me with Gary. She got Gary out. He's getting to go for a little walk. Good, I'm glad you got him out. What's up, bud? That's a pretty interesting fence post, isn't it? I know. Come on, Gary. Do something. What's up, you guys? What's up, you guys? We've made it. We've made it to our room. We've made it to our hotel in Kingman. We're done for the day. We're gonna go get something to eat now because we didn't get nothing to eat last time in Seligman. Gary, what do you want to go do? Want to poke your head out? Those are dangerous. Those are dangerous. Gary, say we'll see you tomorrow, Gary. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning from Kingman, Arizona. I think we're late. We're the last truck in the whole parking lot. Those guys don't count. It's 6:55. It's all right. We got plenty of time. I have to unleash the wild animal. Come on, wild animal, get out. There you go. And then I got to get that wild animal in the truck. About an hour north of Las Vegas off of US 95, before you get into Amargosa Junction and Amargosa Valley, is a town called Mercury. Now, it's not really a town. I mean, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. It is completely closed to the general public. You are only allowed there if you have special security clearance or special guest access. And it is where they did a lot of nuclear testing back in the 50s and 60s. It was founded in 1952, I think they said it was, when they started doing nuclear testing out here, out in the desert. There used to be a lot of mercury mines out here 100 years ago, so they named the town Base Camp Mercury. And then in the 50s, when it actually gained a post office, is when they renamed it to the town of Mercury. It has everything: a movie theater, a swimming pool, gyms, auto shop, garage. It has residential housing. It has a post office. It has bars and even a hotel. It even has an airport that they built when JFK flew in and visited back in the 60s. At one point during the mid-60s, it had 10,000 people living there. You cannot go visit it. You cannot go down the road. There was one time, this was probably 15 years ago, I was driving through here. I took the exit for Mercury. I was in a pickup pulling a trailer, I remember that much. And there was a white spot, and I pulled over at the white spot, sat there for a minute, and it wasn't 5 minutes later, I had armed security driving down the road. I could see him for a mile coming towards me. And he came up and asked, what are you doing? I said, I'm just hanging out. He's like, move along, nothing to see here, you gotta go. Oh, all right, yeah. So you're not allowed to go visit Mercury, but it is a really interesting little site. It really started declining in the 90s and the early 90s when nuclear testing was banned. And it's just a shell of its former self. Right now, it is actually unknown as to how many people live out there. There were 500 people, I think, at the last census, but right now they don't know. They're just critical staff, security, scientists, things like that. There are still facilities out here. A lot of it's vacant, of course, but it's pretty interesting to see a completely government-owned town that was started by the Atomic Commission, and it's still in existence and still in operation. I'll see what kind of pictures I can find, because I'm kind of curious myself. Did I do good? Did I make it to the dock just right? Wait, I just don't know how I did this for 35 years without you here to guide me. Wait, a little more, almost. Okay, what?
How many times did you have to pull forward and back up?
Only once.
I got it on camera, Jupiter.
I have editing control. I don't believe you. I caught you. You were in the window getting ready to be launched. I caught you. You want to go home too, don't you? Yeah, well, guess what? I'm driving home. Hey, guess where we are? Safe. We made it. The rear end in the truck did not disintegrate, and that is tomorrow's project. We are pulling the third member out of the truck and we're going to get that rebuilt. You know what? Home hat. The spotlight is the purple Jupiter trucking hats. Orange lettering, looking pretty sharp. I'm going to barely put it on my head, but you can get a purple hat if you like, and they look pretty sharp. I was really surprised how many guys like the purple hats. I have another thing I want to share with you. I've never told you guys about these, but I also have tumblers. Look at that. We haul your crap all over the map. The hats, the tumblers, there's koozies, there's other miscellaneous items available on my website, jupitertrucking.com. Go there, and my buddy Brett, he makes all these. He's in Carson City, and he will pack it, he will print it, stitch it, pack it, and ship it right to you. Don't forget, I also have the Jupiter Trucking t-shirts, and those are available on a different website. We're still getting everything put together. gearkings.com/Jupiter Trucking. If you'd like a t-shirt, a Mr. Bones t-shirt, we are going to have a second design up there soon. We're going to hopefully get one with Gary. We just got to finalize it and get it all put up there. We're going to see if we can work on getting some different colored shirts too, instead of just simply black. We did it. We're done. We're home. We did 8 weeks of these trips to Los Lunas, and I'm not going to say game over. This is more going to be like a break in between a doubleheader, because there is a second building that is supposed to start in about 3 weeks. I don't know if that's a hard and fast 3 weeks, maybe 4. I don't know if I'm going to be, what I'm going to be doing in between. I am going to be taking 2 weeks, and I'm going to be fixing the rear end in this truck, and then I'm taking the truck up to Idaho, and we're going to put it in the shop and give it a very thorough checkup before I'm at 2.5 years on a 3-year warranty for this engine rebuild, and we're going to give it the old finger, turn your head and cough kind of a checkup, and we're going to see how it looks. And if anything needs to be taken care of, we're going to get that done. I have a list so long of things to do to this truck, to the stretch trailer, and to the Peterbilt. My list is already so long that I know I'm not going to get it all done. So I am going to have to prioritize what's most important. I really have thoroughly enjoyed all these trips to Los Lunas. I appreciate everybody riding along, tagging along. I honestly thought it was going to get boring doing the same thing every week, but something different has happened every week, even this week, that never happened before. So it has been almost too much stuff to share. I don't know what I actually cut out because there's just so much going on. We're going to do it again. It's going to be a little cooler. We're going to do it in the fall. We're going to do this through Halloween. For now, that's it. I am going to go finish my beer, and maybe we'll like order a pizza tonight or something. And thank you to everybody. I really have had a lot of fun with everybody riding along. So we will see you next week. Thanks, guys. You guys have a good weekend. We'll see you.
In the meantime, keep the bugs off your glass and the bears off your ass. Catch you on the flip-flop.